Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. Glad you're here. Another Tiny Tuesday, rocking and rolling. Might do something a little different today. Kind of was having a think, having some ideas, having some inspiration already. So I kind of cut out a few things already just to save a little time. So let's go ahead and get started. I hope you're having a great day. Working in our tiny. I'm going to put down a little bit of black gesso to start with on this page because I want to break up that background, and I don't think I need very much because it's a little page. Paintbrush would be helpful. Just use whatever I grab here, no big deal. We're just going to get some black gesso on here really quick and go from there. Don't know if I want to cover the whole page or not. I have not decided. I know I want to do like a night sky. So that's why we're doing the black gesso right away. Getting that on here. Luckily it dries really fast. I might just I don't want to get this black everywhere. Most of the time I'm not concerned about where the black goes or getting it on other pages, but this time I want to be a little bit more careful. Sometimes that's what you got to do. So there we go. Might as well just bring it, do the whole thing, huh? Then we got a good base for stuff. But this does really cover well, which is nice. Not so worried about the other side. So we got this all on here. This might be kind of like a 2-pager. We'll see. I kind of have an idea about something, so we'll see how that goes. All right, next, we're gonna need some stars and whatnot. Is this gonna want to stay flat? I hope so. Okay, get you open some more. It should flatten out eventually, like as it dries, it should flatten out. So let's mix up some gold splatter here. So this is just a little bit of gold acrylic paint. I don't want to have enough for some other splatters too, because I've been using some black splatters a bunch. So I'm just going to add some water and mix this up. Let's use, I'm going to use the end first. Get this mixed in. See if I need to add anything. And then we're going to get some splatters going here. I know it looks a little funky chunker. It'll be fine once it mixes in. Whoop, already splattering. That looks pretty good. All right, now let's see if we can get some, because I want this to kind of look like stars. Let's see if we can get this. Let's see, make sure I don't have too much stuff on my fingies here. So I want to move I have some little images here that I have chosen, but I want to move them out of the way so I don't get splatters on them. Because I have a few ideas for some things. So let's move these friends out of the way here. Just to make sure we don't have issues. So splatter this a little. Oh, that looks really pretty. Yes, yes. Okay, now that I have stuff on my hands, gold on my hands, which is not that big of a deal. Let's move you out of the way a little. Okay, so that needs to dry. I like that as it is right now, but now we're gonna add a little some little peoples in here, which I fussy cut already. These cutie patoots here. Make sure I'm in frame. There we go. All right. So these two little people are going to go on here. And then we'll see what we can do to kind of cover up this arm situation, because this was a tiny little piece of paper and it had a border on both sides, but I want to put them on this side, I think. So I'm not quite sure what we're doing yet with part of that. So let's just get them on, get them glued on here really well and go from there. So I'm just going to use some glitter glue and get them really well affixed, especially their little tiny pieces. That is a lot of glue, Nance. Holy smokes. Okay, let's try and spread that out just a little bit. Hopefully I didn't mess this up by putting that much glue on it. That is a lot of glue, Nancers. Okay. Glue on my fingers. There's definitely a few little wet spots. Okay, it kind of goes, his arm goes right into the crease, so that's kind of nice. Let me get another little paper towel here. I don't want to mess them up, so I'm trying to be really careful. Okay, don't fiddle too much, Nancy. Okay, so they're in. Okay, that could be it right there. That's all. We could leave it just as is, but of course we can't do that. So I might make this a double pager, but we'll see. So there were some gold that wasn't quite dry over here that we mushed some. So I kind of want to take this ground over this way a little bit, but I think that looks really good. That is really pretty. I'm really happy with that. So let's just see. This is like a light green, but I thought maybe a tiny bit of texture paste would look nice. So I have this grit paste, which is Crypt. So I think I'm going to use that with a little spatula. Look, I haven't even used this yet, apparently. So, oh, yep, I have a little bit. So hopefully it's not dried up and we can use that. So I'm going to get a little of this here and get that on. Kind of make like a little bit of kind of ground that they're walking on, because that kind of looks fun. And see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to kind of mush this around on the ground here, going across. Like so. A little bit more. It's fun. It's a really fun challenge to work in these little tinies like this, especially when you're trying to do stuff that maybe is a little bit too much for something like this, but that is okay. Also gives you kind of like a creative space to kind of just play around and have a little bit of fun with things. I don't want this super thick. I want it kind of thin. So I'm just kind of working with it a little bit before it dries. I want this to look really like craggy and rough. I'm going to put some over here. Kind of blending this image in a little bit on the bottom. Okay, I'm quite happy with that, actually. I think that's it. I think I'm going to leave it there. Actually, I don't know that I want to do anything else with this. I think it's really great just as is. So sometimes you just got to figure out when to stop, which is not always an easy thing for me to do. So that will be that for now, I think. And we'll let this all dry. And then next one, because I was thinking about something. I was thinking about maybe tearing part of this page out so you can see something from behind. Still might do that. So that'll be for next time, because obviously this is going to dry. So this is our very quick Tiny Tuesday today, because I had prepped stuff ahead of time, because I didn't want you to have to sit and watch me fussy cut these tiny little people out and stuff. So just really simple. We did an image, some black gesso, some gold splatters, a little bit of texture paste, but isn't that pretty? And I think with his hand going into the crease there, it kind of gives the illusion that it's there still, but we'll see. I might change my mind on that later. We always can do that. So there we go. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave me a comment, and don't forget, art with your heart. Have a great day.